Imagine this, you're cooking breakfast for your family in the morning, you've got a frittata that you want to get on the table, so you come out to your garden only to see weird clouds rolling over the top of your wooden raised beds. Thinking it's fog, you still come out and try to get something, but it's actually toxic fumes from a termite spray next door. That's exactly what happened to Epic Gardening subscriber Priscilla's garden, so it was pretty much toast until we built her a new one. When we heard this story, we hit up our friends at Gorilla Cart who generously decided to sponsor this video and this install. So thank you to them. But now, Jacques, we gotta go meet Priscilla.
Let's do it.
Knock, knock.
Hi.
Hello there. Hey, Priscilla.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I think we'll be doing better and worse after we get into building some of these beds for you.
Yeah.
I can't believe what happened, by the way.
I can't either.
Like, you just
sad.
saw it kind of
Yeah, it was just a
wafting over.
cloud of dust. I don't know, not even dust, but just this cloud that just landed right on top.
That's so unlucky. And let's fix it. Let's go build some beds.
Okay.
So we pre-built a bunch of these, Priscilla,
Okay.
but it's a rite of passage to put your own bed together. So we got to do it. Because you were wooden beds for
Yeah.
forever, right?
And we kept having to replace them because of just weather damage.
Starts to break down.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Okay, 4 sides.
It's some serious cardboard.
And these are, oh, we're doing a round.
Yes.
Doing a round bed. Nice. The rounds are nice to do like little low herb beds. Because you've been gardening for how many years now?
I started right before COVID, believe it or not.
Okay,
Which was
before.
like perfect timing.
Yeah.
Like I want to say mid 2019.
Oh, wow.
Which was like perfect because 2020,
It was crazy.
everybody was invading the garden shops
Yep,
and seeds and everything.
Trust me, I remember. I remember.
Plus we have gophers too.
I
yeah.
saw the gopher.
We have a
ones.
solution for that.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take these.
Okay.
I like to do top bottom, get it like nice and set up. It's like top hole,
Okay.
bottom hole.
It doesn't, they all link.
They all link,
Okay.
yeah. So usually we like to do like a little bit like this to like hand. Don't go super tight on it, but
Okay.
you kind of do a nice little snug up, and then they basically starts to feel like one piece.
This is pretty easy.
It's not that bad.
You only have to do it once
I
instead of
mean,
rebuilding your wooden beds like every couple
yeah.
years.
Okay, so we're gonna do the safety strip, Priscilla, which
Okay.
is just so you don't, it's already rolled over, but it's just extra protection.
Okay.
I always start it in the middle of a panel, and you kind of do this, and then once you get to like a panel junction, sometimes it's a little tricky, so I kind of like try to cram it over.
Okay.
I also say this merino color, once you put that black trim on,
It looks really nice.
it looks really
It looks
nice.
clean on the
like,
top.
Without it, I'm
Here, so
like,
why don't
it's
you
not
follow
bad.
this down
But
around.
with it, it's like, man.
Pop it down there, and then see how you'll need to kind of thread it over that. So yeah, just like that. Yeah, perfect, easy.
Wow. This is,
It's your first time with an Epic bed, right?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I've been so wanting to get some of these.
It's cool too, because like I build them wherever and then they're easy to move around.
Oh, yeah,
and
they're
I've
not
actually
permanent.
entirely removed them and like set them up somewhere else before too.
Wow.
Because like they hold for years.
I know you were saying you remember the one I did with my brother, right?
Yeah.
So he's just about to move, and he's gonna basically, with his wife, shake the bed, let the soil loose, and just go
Lift
lift it straight up.
Take it?
Yeah, just take it with.
That's amazing.
I told him to take the soil too, but we'll see. So then you just clip match,
Okay.
just pop that down. This bed is now done. Easy, and then pick it up.
awesome. It
Like
is
feel how
Oh my gosh,
it's like
yeah.
one solid piece, you know?
I could totally just do this by myself.
Yep.
My husband's gonna be so happy. He's
He's gonna come up and like
gonna be
it's all
like,
set up,
okay,
yeah.
you can do this on your own now.
Yeah, because you could just like
It's
add
your
one
honey-do
every
list
once
now.
in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this in the mix. There's
Okay.
4 panels there. Jacques will tell you about them. We have a cool idea for those.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this, at first glance, you're like, that's a really tiny bed.
Yeah.
But we actually have a really cool idea because
Okay.
it's going to go with an arch.
Okay.
So that way you can plant right up next to the arch and have stuff climb up.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm actually, that's like
excited.
something I kind of want to add to my garden.
I was like, we came up with the idea and we're like, oops, we didn't do it on our own.
Yeah. Kevin has a cool rose arch. I don't have like a nice arch.
You
of
need an
flowers.
arch. Yeah, you need a nice arch, Jacques.
Yeah, I need a flower arch. Maybe a pergola.
And
in the
you
future.
need a flower arch. Watching. We all need them. Okay, our last bed has been built with Priscilla, and now we get into kind of the most important part of a garden design, which is literally where do you place the beds? How far do you space them apart? Why do you shape it in that way? So let's head on over to the build site. All right, guys, here we are. Empty space, full of potential, beds all around us. So, Priscilla, this used to be kind of nothing?
Nothing. Just full of potential.
Full of potential,
basically.
exactly.
Gopher holes.
Yeah.
So we brought a little more potential in because
holes, yeah.
we brought in some mulch. And this is just natural wood chip mulch.
Yeah, hardwood mulch, just to keep the moisture down and also to stop some of the weeds and just keep it clean.
Keep it nice looking. Looks really nice. So we've cleared out roughly about 30 by 30
Yeah.
or so. And we have 13 beds. And so
That's crazy.
the question is like, how do you even know where to begin, right?
Yeah.
The way that we've thought about it is creating kind of like a contained square space that you can walk into.
Okay.
Because a lot of the times, like when you just start gardening, you have like one bed, and that's fine. You come out and manage that one
Yeah.
bed. But if you're gonna do like kind of a more epic setup, I like the idea of feeling contained in the space.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we've done. We obviously have built all the beds. Jacques, maybe talk through the layout.
Yeah, so the idea here is that if we're looking at the sun, it goes like this, right?
East to west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't want any of the tall beds up front because we don't
Okay.
want to throw any shadows onto the rest of the garden.
Got it.
So if we have a mix of tall and short beds, we're going to focus all the tall beds towards the back and then start working our way down to the front. And that way, no light will get blocked. It's kind of like that stadium seating idea.
yeah.
And we're
Okay.
going to have some nice pathways that like draw you right into the garden.
I love that. I would have never thought that. I
Yeah.
would have just planted.
Just pop, 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 pop,
So
pop.
the
Yeah.
first thing to always look at is the sun and basically how your light goes.
Okay.
So you're always going to throw shadows this way and also that way.
Okay.
Yeah. But we do have a bit of a problem. You have a problem with gophers.
Yes.
And we have a problem with we've put the mulch down already.
Yes.
So what we need to do is create a solution for the gophers, which we have right over there. It's called gopher mesh. And we're going to put that down on the bottom of the bed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So when a gopher tries to come up, we used to think that even just putting like, remember we would put logs in to fill it
Yeah.
up? We thought that would fix it.
No.
The gophers will crawl the way up
It's
through.
crazy.
They're
And-
smart.
Yeah, they're smart.
They're
and
very
so
smart.
let's grab a couple of those, Jacques. We'll grab some rakes. What we're going to do is move the mulch away.
Okay.
Lay them down. We've cut them to size, and we'll basically eye level the whole garden.
Okay.
Because you could try to do it like perfectly level with an actual level, and it looks wrong.
Okay.
So you want to do it so the angles you're most likely to see your garden at, it looks good to you,
Oh,
not like
okay.
it's perfect. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So let's go ahead and start cranking. So we have the back three set up at least. Thinner, easier to access, taller. If you ever wanted to maybe block a view, you could plant some really tall tomatoes or
Oh,
something
okay,
here.
perfect.
And you could get a little more privacy.
So the nice thing about this only being 2 feet is that you could easily reach the entire bed.
Yeah, you'd never have to
I
come.
love that.
You never
Especially
have to do
for this area.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
This would be really annoying, you know?
Yeah.
So
I love that.
little design, and then we've put these, normally what we recommend is about 3 foot spacing between beds, but because you're never gonna really walk through this,
Okay.
we went with 2 feet.
Okay.
So you can still get by it, but you don't need to bring like a wheelbarrow back here ever, so.
No. And then what's the difference in these? Because they're like the same height. It's
Same
just
height.
the width.
Yeah,
So
just
these
the width.
are like more
This
to
is
go
a different
around?
size. This is a larger
Okay.
size, and so you can do a little more with this. This is gonna be on this side and that side of the garden,
Okay.
which means that you could work in it from the outside if
Yeah.
you
Oh,
wanted.
okay.
So we like a little bit more width, because I don't know, if you or your husband, you're chilling over here, you wanna come grab something, you can do that really easily.
Oh, okay.
But also 3 feet,
It's my favorite way.
it's probably my favorite width as well, because 4 feet, if you really want to get to that side, especially if you're shorter, you really can't reach it.
Yeah.
But you could always come to the other side.
Yeah.
3 feet, you can pretty much
Yes,
like,
I could definitely.
you can get there.
Yeah.
You can get there. Yeah.
and you could definitely hit the middle.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do now is we'll move the mulch away here. We'll level these and we'll show you how the gopher stuff goes in. Both Jacques and I learned the hard way that you really want to eye level the beds instead of perfectly level the beds. When you're doing the gopher mesh, Priscilla, ideally you want like a stainless steel mesh, because if you use anything else, it will eventually go away. It'll protect you from gophers for like years.
Okay.
Stainless steel, they'll just never be able to get through.
That's good because I used to use cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard, I mean, look, it works. It just doesn't work
But
forever. That's
no,
all.
not even a month.
You mind grabbing that tail
Yes.
edge and laying that out for Jacques? Do it, yeah, facing down like that so that it's working against itself. Let me drop this guy in. How's that looking?
Wow, that looks amazing.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you can kind of patch up and like put the mulch around
Okay.
so that it looks, you know, completely hidden basically.
I love that the edges are
It goes further.
covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I learned the hard way that
if you go right to the edge,
they'll go in still.
they'll just go like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to get even crazier, you can still put logs at the bottom.
Oh,
Like, you know, I used to recommend like half
Yeah.
log. It works. I mean, it still helps.
okay.
But we've got plenty of soil, so you'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I'm currently dying of a heat stroke.
Yeah.
So we have the basic garden layout, 13 beds in. We've got the arch. There's a lot of leveling to do. There's a lot of kind of fine tuning, but we're gonna call it for today. We're gonna cool off and we'll come back and start filling up the beds and start planting and then really tidying up the space. All right, we'll see you guys soon. And we are back for day 2 to sweat our booties off with Priscilla.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, aside from the heat.
We have a project to do today. So what we have to do is we pretty much leveled out all the beds. We've adjusted them. I think they're in their final resting place, but we need to fill them up with soil. But we have some help, not just with you, Priscilla, but from the sponsor of today's video, Gorilla Carts, which will make our job a lot easier. We've got the entire Gorilla Cart lineup here, the dump carts as well as the wheelbarrow, some of the heaviest duty tools that we use in the garden, both on projects like this, but also in our own homestead.
I really like that the big 7 cubic foot cart can hold up to 1,200 pounds, and I know I'm never gonna hit that limit.
And for big projects like this, where you're gonna come back to a pile over and over again, maneuverability is key. Check this out. Ooh, easy.
The best part is how easy it is to actually get the load out of your cart.
So if you're moving a load from place to place, you can dump it straight out without having to re-scoop it. And the cart will load balance over where the mass is, so you're not tipping the cart over. But for a bed like this, which is just a touch taller, grab a friend, and it's still a lot easier to get this out than shoveling it over and over again. All right, Priscilla, we've recruited you. A little extra labor. So do you have any questions on how you might fill a bed up in the first place?
Yes.
Because you've done a garden, but maybe not at this scale.
No. And I don't know if I'm doing it correctly either. Like, do I do layers? I've seen you use logs before.
Yeah.
So anything helps to know.
On a short bed like this.
Okay.
Because first of all, soil is far and away, if you're gonna spend money in the garden, you spend it on the soil.
Okay.
As I didn't do that a long time ago. I had a great half a year, and then the rest of the whole year was terrible.
Oh no.
And then I had to replace the soil and stuff. It wasn't so great.
So I've done that. I've replaced soil.
Yeah, so the highest quality soil you can get.
Okay.
With a garden of this size, you would always order it in bulk.
Okay.
So we had a truck come by and just drop off what's called a raised bed mix.
Okay.
So which you could fill a small bed with, you could fill a tall bed with. If you're more budget conscious, like I know a lot of people watching are, and I was at my start.
Same.
The tall beds don't need all soil at the start.
Okay.
So you could put in logs, sticks, twigs, compost up until about halfway, then fill the rest with this.
Okay.
So this is like your kind of baseline filler. We've got something extra special we're gonna put on top of this in that first foot or so to make it even better.
Okay.
But for now, you'll get away with just filling this guy up. The thing you gotta keep in mind though is you kind of want to water it or make sure that there's no pockets because you get settling in the first year.
That was my issue.
Really?
Was we just packed it and I thought it was filled enough, plenty.
And it sank
and
on you?
then it sank, half of it sank.
First year it'll always sink, but if it sinks about half, that means you didn't compact it enough.
Oh,
That's really what it means. But what we're trying to do is get it up to about 2 or 3 inches from the top. We are going to put some mulch on some of these, so we'll want some room for that. But the taller you get it, or the higher you get that level at the start, it gives you some wiggle room for the settling. You know what I mean? The thing I like about the wheelbarrow is I've broken a lot of wheelbarrows from other brands. I've not broken a Gorilla Cart yet. Never say never, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right, Priscilla, we have most of the beds mostly full, which you could fill them all the way up with the mix we talked about, but we got a little special treat. We got some really high quality potting mix that you would normally just put in a container or maybe a smaller raised bed garden because it'd be a lot. As you can see, it's a whole pallet. But we're gonna do the top 6 or so inches with this stuff right here, which means we gotta huck some bags.
Okay, and is there a difference between the two? No, nothing?
Yeah, it's the mixture, it's the ingredient quality is a lot higher in these high-end bag mixes.
Okay.
Which, not that that's not good.
No.
And you can have a great garden on that.
It's just too expensive?
It'd be way too expensive to do all in one, yeah. So we finished the filling portion of the install. We put in a cute little arch, if I do say so myself. To be honest, we would still be filling for probably another hour without the Gorilla Cart. So thanks to them for sponsoring this install and this video. You can check out their amazing products at tinyurl.com/epic gorilla cart. That is tinyurl.com/epic gorilla cart. Jock, now we need to go get Priscilla and plant it out.
Let's get planting.
Let's go. All right, Priscilla, it's time. Let's get planting. A lot of questions probably, but also a lot of work. So we've got some brassicas for you right now.
Okay, I love.
I think we've got broccoli,
Yeah.
Good time in San Diego, at least, to get these in the
Yes.
ground. What do we got?
Feels
over there?
hot, but now is actually the right time, the perfect time to
Really?
get these, because in a month, the nighttime temps are gonna drop. These plants are gonna be so happy. We're probably gonna have something to harvest for even a little bit of Thanksgiving dinner even.
Wow.
Little roasted broccoli action?
Yeah.
Chard? Okay, so let's pop these guys out.
Okay.
Let me know what that plant is right there. Looks like a cabbage or something.
Cabbage, my guess.
This one?
Yep,
Yes. Emerald cross.
great. So, yeah, what do you got?
How do you know, like given their different sizes, once they're full, how do you know how to spell how far?
Easiest way, that's the most for most beginners, is just look at the back of the tag.
Okay.
So see how here it says space 18 to 24 feet apart, 24 inches apart?
Yes.
That means that it's trying to tell you this plant is going to
Needs
get
space.
basically 18 to 24 inches wide.
Okay.
And so what I like to do when I'm thinking about a raised bed is you can, on a corner
Okay.
or on a side, you basically have a free side,
Okay.
right? So on a corner, I can get a little tighter because these two are going
Okay.
off into nowhere, right?
Okay.
So I like especially when I have these like little starter plug types,
Yeah.
I kind of like to just lay them out.
Oh, I
might
like that.
go
It probably looks
here,
pretty too, right?
Here, here. See how I'm kind of spacing this?
Yeah.
That there's roughly 18 inches between each of them. You could
Okay.
even go, because we have a lot of beds here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about cramming things in.
Okay.
Jacques and I do that all the time. You have 13 beautiful beds that
Yeah.
you can fill out.
That's what I was going to
We don't even have enough plants for that, so you're
Okay.
totally fine.
Yeah, if you go a little bit wider, basically you'll get a bigger broccoli.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
You
so
can
the
do more
tighter, the smaller?
pretty much.
Generally, because they're going to be competing for space, right?
Yeah.
Competing for
Got it.
space,
Okay.
light, water. Now, another thing, if you want to say, hey, this is my broccoli bed and my cabbage bed, you don't have to put the broccoli and the cabbage like this. You could take this,
Okay.
put this here, right? Now you got broccoli, cabbage, broccoli. You could go cabbage,
actually like
cabbage,
that.
broccoli. You know what I mean?
And then you kind of get like a different look.
You just get a
overall,
different
too,
look.
which
It'll
is
look
cute.
cooler than like
Yeah.
broccoli, cabbage. You
Yeah.
know?
I actually
So-
like 2 rows of broccoli, cabbage down the middle.
That's
Because the
not
broccoli
bad.
will continue to grow. You'll get multiple
okay.
harvests.
That's not a bad idea.
And then the cabbage you'll just pull out once it's done.
So why
like
don't
that.
you set that up, Priscilla?
I like that.
I thought it might be interesting, Priscilla, to do a nice
I
flower
actually really like that.
and then go strawberries around.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I like that.
And actually what we can do with the alyssum, which is one of Jacques and I's favorite plants, is we can dot this into every raised bed. Because
Okay.
it'll start to creep. You put it on the corner, it makes a nice kind of
Oh, I love
draping
that.
corner. And you can just kind of spice up any edibles.
Okay.
So you could put any one of these in like a corner or a side of these beds.
Does it
As you
matter?
plant that out, doesn't matter.
Okay.
And Jacques and I, maybe I'll take this one, you take that one. So Priscilla, something we got for you on this arch, you need something to climb. So we got some really cool mandavillas, which grow great in our climate. They're beautiful. Like
Oh my
look at that,
gosh, they're
you know?
so pretty.
And all we're gonna do, why don't you take a look at the back of that, tell me what that says.
Easy care plant, bushy growth habit,
Yep.
prolific flowering, ideal for hanging baskets and training to garden trellis.
There you go, right?
Nice.
So what we'll do, instead of putting it like right here,
Okay.
we're actually gonna scoot it a little closer,
Okay.
just so that when you train it, because you're gonna have to manually train it,
Okay.
it doesn't look like, when I look at this plant, I don't see any sort of tendril that's gonna wrap. It might, because you can see this kind of wrapping a little bit, but you still may wanna like tie it,
Okay.
just to make sure it stays up. And so I like to kind of edge it a little closer. And if there's a direction, like see how this stem is coming out this way?
Yeah.
I wanna face that stem towards the trellis, so
Okay.
it just gets there faster.
Okay.
And I just come in, you can even match me on that other side there, because we got two, so they meet in the middle. And then once this sets up, you're gonna have a really nice, even a little bit of cool shade to
Oh, I
come
love
into the
that.
garden through. Okay, Priscilla, we're planted in, but we're actually not done. Jacques, bring in the surprise. The garden bench.
Oh.
Let's enjoy it together. Let's take it in. Let's all sit right in the middle. Look at this. Imagine it grown in the summer, watermelon,
You're gonna make me cry right now.
pumpkins. She's gonna cry. It's okay. It's okay. No, I'm very happy. I mean, look,
very
you
happy.
had a garden that got destroyed in a bad situation, and hopefully it doesn't happen again.
No.
But I think you should be
I
safe
won't.
there. And we have epicized the garden.
Yes. And
So
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome. This is the coolest project we've done in a long time, so
Absolutely.
we're happy to do it. We will expect some updates.
Oh yeah, we will.
Definitely.
And we'll throw Priscilla's IG down in the comments. Thank you to Gorilla Card for making this video possible.
Thank you.
We will see you guys on the next one. I think Jacques, Priscilla, and I are just going to take it in.
Yeah, need a little break.
Good luck in the garden and keep on growing.
Thank you.